My name is Robert B. Weide. I have produced and directed a documentary on Woody Allen, which oddly enough is called Woody Allen, a Documentary.
My mother always used to say I was a very sweet, happy kid right from the start. And then somewhere around 5 or so, I turned grumpier or sour.
I knew Woody was not a man who embraced modern technology, but what I wasn't expecting was to see a typewriter that he bought when he was 15 years old, which is the same typewriter he continues to use to this day. He's typed every screenplay, every play, every New Yorker piece on this typewriter. And I asked him in the film, I said, well, what do you do when you have to cut and paste? Because, obviously with a computer you can do that digitally. And what he does is he doesn't cut and paste, but he cuts and staples. He literally will cut, the section of the page off that he wants to keep in the new draft. And then when he's typing the new draft, he'll staple that onto the page. If something has worked for him over the years, he doesn't like to change. I wouldn't say he hates all of his work. Some of his films he's quite happy with, but he's very, very tough on himself. When he finished Manhattan, he thought it was unreleasable.
I spoke to United Artists at the time and offered to make a film for them for nothing if they would not put it out. I just thought to myself, at this point in my life, if this is the best I can do, they shouldn't give me money to make movies.
In some ways, the Woody Allen film that had the biggest impact on me would be Annie Hall. I happened to be there at the opening night in Los Angeles, actually, at this premiere. And I remember the electricity in the room that night. Nobody knew what to expect. And when I watch the film even now, I still recall the reaction I got from the audience. And people were stunned afterwards. I mean, it got a standing ovation, but afterwards people walked up the aisle like, what the hell was that? The films it was up against that year were Star Wars and I think Close Encounters of the Third Kind. But I know that Woody won the Best Directing Award that year against both Lucas and Spielberg for their films. I mean, and this was just a little comedy. It was crazy. The feeling was not only that Woody Allen's films would never be the same again, but that romantic comedies would never be the same. Or maybe that film comedy would never be the same.
Despite all these lucky breaks, why do I still feel that I got screwed somehow?